Good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Livingston Man, roll that beautiful bean footage.
We all gonna die. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. It's a we all gonna die Wednesday.
Boom, just like that, we all gonna die Wednesday. What's up, everybody? East Tennessee Preparedness, Blue Butterfly, KP Heathen, Southern Tier Prepper, Hunter and 25, Howdy Neighbor, Ohio Valley Prepping, Rob B in the house, Katrinka LOL, Ronnie Braun, Half-Ass Ready, good to see ya, Anne Marie, Smoking Swamp Outdoors, William K's, Galdrell, Rip Curl Readiness. What's up, CUCV Farmer, MD, Betty Lou, good to see you. Rural 2IC, Jeremy, good to see you. Colleen, good evening. Roddy Hood in the house. What up, everybody? It's We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Crochet Gems, good to see you. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods, wherever you're at, whatever you got going on. Eric, good evening to the whole entire family. Oh, sorry, Livingston Man, I'll save your smoke before it runs off the chair. Livingston Man rocking the Rural Report t-shirt tonight. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Rural Report. Appreciate it. Gen X Gemini, good to see you. Family says hello. Hello, Eric and 1RV family. Foxfire, good to see you. Bad Blobber in the house. Billy, what's up? Oh, Donald H. Huth, can't forget about you, my man. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day, that's for sure. Old Mutt, good to see you. Jake Creature. Livingston Man has blinging the Beatles way too much.
If you're gonna come in here and talk about my beloved Beatles, you can spell it right. There's an A in there.
Oh, good golly. Prepping Mantis, good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well.
I know, Hunter. It's the thing is that I just look like that. I catch myself doing it all the time, and I was like, holy shit, was I just looking at that guy in public like that? I don't mean to make the face of the world. The world will make you make that face.
What do we call that? Resting bitch face,
yeah,
right?
It's definitely what it is. Except I'm not resting. I'm like, I'm a fucking active bitch face.
Active bitch face. Yeah. Bitch face. Active.
Activate bitch face.
Oh, man. Yeah. Rural was here first, Coffee, so you have to scooch over. You got to scooch over. He'll share the armrest. He said so.
I'm over here. I'm always trying to chill in the corner. Mike's like, center the camera. I'm always trying to be like way over here.
Yeah, well, no. What's a bummer is the live thing. Center
Is that better? How we like that?
Front end centered. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Why'd that all just go away? You should just be able to go back to the control room and everything. I
feel like maybe we didn't break it, but if that happened, that sucks. But
Sorry. Did it all go away there?
No, we're still going. We're still going.
That was really weird. Prep to adapt. Good to see you, man.
Be careful with these keyboard shortcuts. They'll do other things that are weird.
Yeah. Donald H. Huth is smoking Maui Wowie Sticky Icky weed tonight.
Yeah. Where do you get this shit from, dude? Damn.
Yeah, you got to get Livingston Man in touch with that guy because
I got a global network of all kinds of contrabands. I got this. I know how to get the stuff people want. You know what I'm saying? I got informants all over the place. I got people that, I got finders. All right.
Yeah.
I ask them, I'm like, you know where this is? And they do. And so I know guys. And Donald, I want to put you on the list, bro.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Ohio Valley Prepping Rita. Happy birthday to you. Hope it's a great day. Donald's like the weatherman of weed. For real, Rob B. Yeah, he's on that good cushion alcohol.
He's in a kush coma.
Yeah, that stuff will get you, man. Put you down. Woo.
Explains a lot,
Man.
you know.
Yeah, well, the world's a little hectic, Livingston, man, and
Yeah,
you got to do what you got to do to
I'll
break
trust the weed off of what them big farmers be pushing,
good
bro. I'm just saying.
Golly, if you guys didn't catch the Four Horsemen last night, we discussed right at the end. I came across a story before we went live that I wanted to share with everybody about them busting a guy in the Hudson Valley with like 7+ pounds of fentanyl in his vehicle. 7 pounds of fentanyl. The roaming prepper did some quick math, and he said it was enough to take down 32 million adults.
We were imagining what happened if this guy simply got rear-ended on the parkway, and like nobody knew what was going on. There's this cloud of like poison in the air.
He was in. He got arrested in Sullivan County on Route 17, which is a major hub down there, and one accident could have led to a mass casualty incident.
Probably
that's a
caught,
lot of fentanyl.
Not like an MCE, but depending on how they want to frame it, you're talking
terrorism
here. But
Yeah.
is that a weapon of mass destruction?
It totally could be. It could be. I mean, of course, they're not going to try him like that. And Jay Creature said, except it's New York and he just got a ticket. No, actually, they remanded him without bail. Highest level felony charges against him. So
They want to know where you got that from, who you working for.
Exactly. Donald's been smoking since 6 a.m. this morning. Well, you got to be pretty chill by now, I hope.
No, he's only just getting started, am I right?
Moon Sprouts, good to see you.
He's finally sober. He's like smoked himself sober at this point. He's going to start
that?
over again.
You can actually do that?
Yeah, he's achieved nirvana, essentially. Like,
Woo.
He's chasing the dragon now. It's over.
Prepping Manta said we had a couple big ones like that in CT. Shit's everywhere, sadly. Wow. Man. This is a problem. When Trump was running for office, it was something that was brought up about this fentanyl crisis. And we were like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Well, apparently here it is, Livingston, man.
That guy right there was like in on that.
Right? I mean, something. It's plain to see in front of our eyes now, I guess. This stuff is getting found every day, apparently.
They said that.
And it's like super dangerous, the first responders that show up and find this stuff, they're putting their necks out there, man.
Now, to be just fair, and I always got to play devil's advocate, is I know a guy who actually went to prison for like 2 years because they would not admit that the substance they found in his car was literally laundry detergent, like he said it was, and instead it appeared to be cocaine, and sat the man in prison for 2 years while he fought because what they didn't want to do was admit that they were wrong and made a knee-jerk decision. So until more facts in this case come out, what you should do is take everything you see on the internet and media in general and dump the entire fucking shaker of salt on top of it. Often, at best, what the headline give, the article takes away. At worst, it's purely just knee-jerk clickbait. You ever see it? They're like, historical figures you've never seen before, and then they show you a fucking picture of Abraham Lincoln, and you're like, definitely seen that before. I want you to do now. In this case, if that actually happened, and this is like sound.
Well, it is. The guy was arrested for it. He's held without bail. Highest level felony. I'm assuming they tested the product that they took out of the back of the vehicle, which maybe they didn't do it on scene because that could be deadly. If you crack one of those things open and the wind blows, you're toast.
It's kind of what got me thinking was that this not only the scale here, but the pure destructive power of however this was packaged, which again, we don't even know what we're talking about. I'm imagining, a giant Ziploc bag full of
so the photos that I saw online were of
was it packaged for distribution?
Bundles. Well, it was found by the canine. The canine was the one who alerted them to the presence of this stuff, and the dog found it. And then they went in and said, "Oh, that's a big, huge package of fentanyl right there." You step out of the vehicle where the suspect then had a medical emergency,
which I thought was also strange.
Yeah. Well, probably just passed out because, you know, he knew the jig was up and he was going to prison for the rest of his life. So, you know, threw himself on the mercy of the Lord. And
perhaps.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? All purely speculation, but
sure. And again, and everything I'm saying is speculation.
Absolutely.
As well,
And this guy is absolutely innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And best of luck to all parties concerned.
It is undeniable that a bust like this, of course, if true, has made the so-called streets safer. But even if not, and now the seed is planted, the inception is in your mind that again, it fits an agenda. That
Indeed.
There is a problem. Look,
let me show you the problem.
We have shown you the problem. See, look what we're good.
Interesting. Well put. So, totally, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see, right? I think nowadays it's none of what you see and none of what you hear because, well, what you hear is probably an AI voice and what you see is probably some AI bullshit indeed. So, I don't know. Hey, do me a favor. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think Katy Perry actually went to freaking outer space. That's the hot topic of the day, right? Did Katy Perry actually go to outer space? And obviously, this is not some of my my concerns here, but
I think that boils down more to what you consider outer space. There, she did not go. What they did is they got launched mad high in a rocket, what we probably call near Earth orbit or something close to it, and then came back down. It's why this is even controversial is how they're framing it.
Yeah,
is this some victory for feminism or something? Some a girl boss thing, but it's just more out of touch billionaires doing stupid shit is really what it is. Like women or men, it doesn't
publicity
matter.
stunts, I think, is what all this boils down to, right?
More like, oh, cool. It's like you went on the cool roller coaster. Yay. Like make a TikTok about it. Like really? Really? Who cares?
I think, that's what it is. Publicity stunts. And nothing further, big money publicity stunts.
But good for them. I mean, okay, so you went mad high up in a rocket. Now, I was genuinely concerned for these women, given the fact that shit that's supposed to fly don't do it right no more.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, this is going to be the worst shit
in space.
This is going to be the worst thing in the world if this freaking thing don't make it, man. Like you got to be kidding me. And
yeah.
Hey, maybe they needed somebody to say like, hey. You know what? It is safe. We can go there.
Well, maybe. Donald Huth says Katy Perry probably went to the edge of space, Mike in the Livingston.
I'm saying she went all the way out.
I don't know, man.
The conspiracy's actually backwards. Y'all, she didn't even go to space. No, she went to the most space. She went further in space than anybody. That's the part they don't want you to know.
Strategic ETC is here. We can start now. Galdrell, allegedly went to space. I don't know.
What's hard to believe about it? What's your guys' problem with space?
It just seemed so fake. The whole thing seemed so staged and unrealistic and just fake from beginning to end. Just fake, made up. Like they did all this in a studio and had them land in some private field somewhere where it made it look like they landed. And I think it's crap. Hunter says, stop wasting your time on thinking about celebrities. They all suck. F them all. I don't. I just thought it was wild how fake everything looked and how sold people are on this whole thing. Kane Corso, yes, the CGI. It's so real nowadays. You can't notice it anymore, Livingston, man. It seems real, So.
I didn't actually graduate high school, but, thanks for your speculation. I have a general education diploma. Earned it in jail, if I'm being honest. Anything else?
No OJ.
Here we go. And there's people, now, one in the chat, if you were one of these flat earth folks, let's do this. Then just get it out of the way because it'll be them. That's the first line of defense against all things space. Is that space isn't real?
It's flat Earth. Well,
It's a spotlight. That's a spotlight. That's not
I don't
a
think it's a
sun.
spotlight,
Yeah, it
but
is, and it
I
moves
no,
across
I
the
wonder.
disc.
I wonder if a lot of this stuff. It's not that we don't have the technology. I think we have satellites in space, things that orbit the Earth, right?
How could those get there?
Oh, they would just shoot them up there in the rocket and then launch them into space.
But as soon as a person goes there, it's unheard of.
No, I don't. I don't. I think we do have a space station that orbits. I think that thing is about to fall apart as part of the problem. And I think getting to these places is a lot harder than they let on, and that they had to, to save face, just create the appearance that we actually did this, that we won the moon race, and Russia went bankrupt trying to get there because we figured out first that you probably really can't get there. So we're just going to make it look like we got there and let them go for broke, literally, and bankrupt their economy trying to do what we know we can't do. But
I think
let's let them figure that out for themselves.
I think that we have done it. I think we have been there. I think that it's possible, and I think that part of it was to, again, sort of lead the Russians down an unaffordable rabbit hole, along with the arms race in general.
Yeah.
But I also kind of think that really what is the practical purpose
Of going there? I guess it's just man's quest for exploration, to see what's out there. For how many years, the only thing that man had to look at was to look up at the stars and see the stars every night and gaze and wonder, right? And eventually that gets ingrained into your soul, and eventually you reach out for the stars. As soon as you can get closer to them, why not? I guess at that point, it's like, pick one, right? I guess. But primary concerns, not obviously getting off of this big blue marble that we're on.
I was honestly about to say, I was like, so how do we get on this here?
Well, primary concerns is the fakeness.
And obviously, it's whether or not
to tie it all
Katy Perry
together, it's the fakeness of everything,
went
right?
to space.
Well, it could potentially be that, or fake rocket launches, the appearance of we did something big. Here it is. Everybody should be in awe over it. But did it even really happen? Because the technology is there to fake a lot of things, Livingston, man, to make people think that something actually happened that really didn't. Project Bluebeam and things like that. Primary concerns are that they pull off some sort of fake incident or fake whatever, man, fake alien invasion. They go War of the Worlds on us. That's one of the primary concerns, is being hoodwinked and bamboozled by the powers that be, whether it be through CGI or these Project Bluebeams or whatever it is that they have.
I got news for you. Then that's simulation theory, but in a practical setting, what they're doing is it's not a simulation in that we're all hooked up to computers being batteries for the AI matrix thing. It's a simulation in that we are presented with what we're told is reality, but without being able to verify it, we accept it as fact because the internet said. And I'm not, nobody's sacred here. I don't care how trustworthy your fucking news source is. I don't care if you're getting it from Vice, from Fox, from CNN, from the guy down the fucking street. You didn't see it. You don't know it. You're being gaslit. You're being told
could be
a telephone game story that has been embellished and made more interesting for your entertainment, and let's call it that. Information today is entertainment. If the information is not entertaining to the specific person, they will reject it. Truth or not, doesn't matter to people. It's its entertainment value, and it's whether it touches their core beliefs or not. We've said this 150 something times probably here. We All Gonna Die Wednesday is that the truth is unobtainable. It's a pipe dream.
True story.
We're in a post-truth era. Stop seeking it and stop, Hunter 25, thinking you know it.
Ooh, that was a tough one. Direct jab. Shots fired. Duck and cover, Hunter. It's rough, man.
I have a microphone.
I tell you what, it's so Such a gray area anymore. Jay Creature says, Mike, what concerns you more, slow zombies or those freaking fast-ass zombies? Obviously fast zombies, because I am not, I am RNN, and one thing you got to know about them is they don't run, right? So we ain't running. We ain't running. And, yeah, I'm not trying to get chased by fast zombies, bro. No, I'll take slow zombies any day.
You know why I fucking hate the zombie trope is because there's too much of it, and now some fucking nerd is gonna shoot me down completely here. But I've seen them, all right? So they go out there, they slaughtering zombies left. They got fucking baseball bats wrapped in fucking barbed wire. They got machetes and fucking guns. They blasting zombie guts and blood all over the whole fucking room. It's all cool, bro. But one bit you. It's different. What do they grow? Fucking venomous fangs or something all of a sudden? How does that work? I'm dressed in zombie blood. It's all good. You know what I'm gonna do on The Walking Dead? I'm gonna have sex with the hot chick on the show, dressed in zombie blood. Nobody turns into a zombie. Only if they bite you. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, The Walking Dead was if you died, you turned into a zombie. That was the big thing, right? So if you expired at all, everybody had the zombie virus, and if you passed away, you turned. And the only way they could stop you from turning was if they, took out your head before you turned into a zombie.
It kind of makes you think of some kind of weird rapture almost. Like,
yeah.
Isn't that what we're all promised anyway when you dead?
Well, totally.
The dead will walk the earth. Do you ever suppose perhaps the Bible was talking about something different and it was interpreted wrong? Like, no, this is going to be bad, bro. Well, the dead will rise from the grave. Holy shit.
Yeah. There's a rough one. That's a rough one. The Walking Dead was cool, man. Do you know that whole entire show was originally set to be filmed in black and white? And they did re-release like the first season in black and white. And I got to tell you, it's pretty creepy in black and white. I got to be honest. The color took it to the next level, but black and white was like, it brought it back, man. It really did. It was cool. Rum Runner says that I thought the prepper rule was not to die. That's correct.
And
that
rules
is the
were made
number.
to be broken.
The
Rum
number
Runner.
one rule in preparedness is don't fucking die. Right?
Well, I'm gonna test.
Well, that's the number one rule of survival is don't fucking die. And preparedness, it's water, shelter, food. Rule number 1 is 3. That's right.
You can do anything you want to do. Don't be dismayed by society's rules. That's ridiculous.
Jay Creature says his cameras now think his dogs are people. They have their own folder. That's so awesome that the NSA does that for us. They even give our pets folders. It's fantastic. Every face, man.
Primary concerns. When I saw your title, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? What the fuck are you going to be? What's my primary concern? What's my problem? What is my primary concern? And I guess in the context of this conversation is the AI everything.
Yeah.
I'm not too old to remember, too young to remember, I don't know, whatever the fucking phrase is. When all the tech bros came out and they're like, AI really needs more research done. We don't really know what it might do. We're kind of gonna caution everybody against putting too much into this. And then all of a sudden, like the next day, everybody's like, let's fucking put too much into it, bro. Why is there an AI assistant for like washing machines? All right,
Everything.
Every single thing, and every day it's worse than fucking Bitcoin.
It's deep learning AI too.
Whatever is that.
Well, it's not even basic. It learns from the input that you put into it, and it learns how to better understand people and sarcasm and anger and frustration. It learns how to sense that from people.
I don't know how it works, and I don't want to because I think it shouldn't. It shouldn't work. We don't need what it's doing. You know what I want? Okay, now I'm gonna walk my comments right back. As a matter of fact, I want an AI washing machine. I want an AI freaking vacuum cleaner. What I don't need, what I don't want, is an AI culture thing. Okay, I want to paint the pictures. I want to make the music. I want to sing the songs. I need AI's bitch robot ass to go mow the lawn.
So you can write the songs?
Yeah, because unless it's going to sit here and pay rent, And it's disgusting. Everything's happening. You can see it permeating everything. When you read a news article anymore, you can literally tell like AI wrote this.
Yeah.
AI,
when you're reading
everything.
it,
AI,
there's
AI,
not
AI.
so it doesn't give an author.
AI's not
one.
taking your job.
And
You're doing AI's job for it.
Two, I find a lot of typos
You're a
or
slave to
words
the
in
robot.
articles that just don't make sense.
You're a slave to the robots. Go ahead,
It's,
keep asking AI questions.
Man,
then
you ain't wrong. So your primary concern is the AI takeover of everything.
Eventually, like what we're seeing here, again, unless you're sitting next to that so-called person that's typing right there, you don't know.
So I did come across
That's a person or no?
complete AI preparedness channel. Complete AI, all about prepping. More subscribers than you could shake a stick at because they got the smooth talking AI voice that is scientifically proven to be great for your ears, right? So the AI preparedness channel, I went there and watched a video and I'm like, man, this guy is like a master at editing stock footage.
AI did that too.
Yeah, correct. I think it's just as simple as somebody speaks into a microphone or just prompts the AI to write a script for a preparedness thing and then ask the AI to insert all the video and everything else and boom, you have yourself an AI-based YouTube channel. And it has all of the answers all of the time. It does not need to consult anybody else because it knows everything and it will give you the answer that you came searching for. Whether right or wrong, it's going to give you the answer that it's picked up off the internet from learning from other people. Right?
Two things. It takes your passion and what you thought was cool and makes it its own.
Yep.
And it also dumbs down everybody where you get a complacent attitude that I don't really need to know or be taught anything because I can, quote unquote, ask Google.
Yeah. So the only reason I figured out that this was an AI channel, I had commented on the post and I was like, you're either a master at editing stock footage or this is a completely AI run operation here. And the comment I got back was, LOL, my name is Greg, happy to answer any questions. And
Lies.
as I scrolled back through, now I'm looking through the content and I'm like, nah, there's something different here. And I would click on a couple different videos and it was the same voice in the most recent videos. And then if you go back a little bit further, you can find other purposely made videos with like Asian actors and all of the stuff with a slightly Asian accented voice in AI. And then you find one with a British actors with a slightly British accent voice in the AI. And I'm like, man, listen, this is all fake. All fake. Every single bit of it. It's all stock footage from the internet that they won't get copyright struck for. It's an AI voice. It's AI prompts. It's all fucking fake, and that is the future. That is one of my primary concerns, is the fake ass future that's in front of us.
Right. And as these machines, because that's what they are given more and more control and more responsibility.
They're given more and more data. They're just going to do it on their own.
A computer cannot be held responsible. It cannot be held accountable.
True. True.
So, again, bad actors or the AI itself could decide to make very, very questionable decisions, but never be. You can't bring a computer to court. You can't hang
What are you going to do?
computer.
Beat it with a hammer?
I got a theory,
Bleach
Mike.
pit.
I got a theory. You guys want to hear? I'm gonna have to crack a beer for this one, but I hope you follow me on this because this is good.
He's got a theory.
I'm gonna explain some shit to you. A tale as old as time is that people essentially have worshipped the sun. Giant light in the sky. How could you not? Brings life to the planet, heat, everything you need. Without the sun, if you're into that kind of thing, the planet Earth, flat or otherwise. I actually think it's more shaped like a hot dog. But anyway, the reason for the worship of the sun is a holdover from the very original people, whoever they were. The reason is because all this has happened before that ancient alien shit, that ancient technology, them chambers under the pyramids, the idea that like ancient folks had things that we might consider magical or supernatural is real. We probably had like things like computers and this and that other thing. And what happened is they made an AI and it took control and they used a nuclear weapon to defeat it. The sun. They worship the sun because it's this ancient memory that lives in us of when we had to defeat the AI previously, is my take on why that is. History repeats itself, we're always told. And if this isn't the end, then it's the beginning again. So I think what we're seeing here is just something that's probably happened before.
Interesting.
And that's the idea.
I like the theory. Steve M, I did get your email. I'll have to respond to you later on tonight. Been a wild day here, so let's see. Checking the chat. Pilgrim's in the house. What up, Pilgrim? Safe travels, my friend. Yeah.
I could get into the science of the flood.
well,
It's not a theory. The flood.
Yeah.
The flood
Stories. Let's
myth?
just call them. I don't think it's a myth. I think it's more a story now. You look at some of the things like the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. That was not formed over millions of years, but maybe over hundreds of years with massive rushes of water, because that kind of erosion doesn't happen over millions of years. That's flash flooding that causes that type of erosion that would leave the Grand Canyon, right?
That one I won't subscribe to.
I think a large dam that held back a lot of melting glacier
You think
water.
it was an ancient dam?
Let go. Well, perhaps an ice dam that melted
I
and
thought you
then
meant like
released.
a man-made one. I was
No,
like,
no.
okay, I hear you.
Released the ice dam, let go, and it all flooded out and carved the Grand Canyons.
For that to happen, so that's how the Hudson River essentially formed.
Yeah, basically.
The Grand Canyon's a mile deep. The Hudson at its deepest point off on the Hudson
Yeah,
Canyon.
now imagine the Great Plains full of water with this ice ring around the outside of it that's melting rapidly, right? And then all of a sudden, one side of that thing lets go. California, where it got really warm first.
Well, I think what you're missing is the Great Plains. That's the riverbed you're talking about.
Well, some of it.
All of it. That's why it is.
Except for the top quarter that kind of went down that canyon valley and carved it out. I don't know. That's my theory. I think it was carved by fast-moving water, 100%. I don't think that was slow. You know, that river didn't start all the way up here and work its way all the way down.
You got to take. There's what do they call this? Isostatic uplift. And
where the
isostatic
ground is.
rebound is what this is called,
Okay.
where the Earth moves and this.
Yeah. It's coming back from all the weight that formerly crushed it.
If
right?
we've been told the truth, the Earth has a liquid center, and the land we walk around on floats on top of that, if that can make any sense to you, along with all the water and everything else. It's on the surface.
Right.
And so it moves, and
We're in a big bowl of jelly.
what may have been an ancient seafloor at one point is now a mountaintop because of this uplift and this movement around. So it's interesting to say. I wasn't there a million
Well,
years.
true.
We can go so deep with this. I mean, we act like we know what dinosaurs look like.
Yeah, I bet you they didn't look anything like that. They probably
I like to think they look like big chickens.
Yeah, with feathers.
They were like, "Bah!"
Yeah. Yardbird says Livingston Man is rewriting history. That's true. It's true. Estain, good to see you. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if AI can do it, I can do it.
Well.
You know, I'll just source. You have a source? Yeah, I made it up.
Yeah, I am the source.
Yeah, you know it. I know it.
Like
everybody
Livingston
knows
Man
it.
is the sun, right? Yeah.
I don't know about, all the grandiose, but, primary concerns is my thing. Because, and I'll tell you why, and perhaps for the better, the internet itself, the collective, that digital place we all go, right?
Yeah, the one we're on right now.
It has become
A cesspool.
unentertaining to me. It's become predictable, repetitive, and just nothing new, nothing unique. It's a lot of just on repeat, and a lot of people stuck on topics that really don't deserve the time being given to them.
True that. Well, to segue with your sun thing, primary concerns, some sort of solar impact to the power grid or communication system, Livingston, man. We're literally in the middle of like a G4 magnetic storm. I haven't seen one that big in a long time. And we're still headed towards a solar maximum. They don't think it's peaked quite yet. So potential is there for a solar kill shot to the power grid, right? Because everybody talks about the big bad EMP, but nobody talks about the CME that could do the exact same thing with a Carrington-like event here. And we've got way more conductive cable nowadays than we did back when it was just telegraphs and a few power lines here and there.
CME, that's coronal mass ejection.
Correct. Way to go, Living. Got him. But that is a primary concern. Tonight, if you live in the northern United States, you may actually be able to go outside and check out the northern lights tonight. It could be going on right now.
They chemtrailed us to death here, so we can't see them. But maybe they'll glow through the clouds. It might look cool.
Absolutely. Rob B says, great for sending radio signals, LOL, or not. No, not. Typically, when you have big CMEs, you get radio blackouts. There's so many charged particles in the atmosphere that when your signal goes up, it just gets overwhelmed by all of those charged particles, and it's not good for communications. Anybody who knows amateur radio knows that ham radio comes alive at night. That's when the layers of the ionosphere kind of disappear, and you can punch through that stuff and bounce signals down a lot better. But with solar activity like we're having, folks will have a hard time communicating clearly over great distances because of all the charged particles that are in the atmosphere.
I wonder then if the next revolution in electricity delivery is instead of using conductive, metals, especially copper, and or aluminum.
Radio waves?
Well, fiber optics would ostensibly be immune to the effects of especially an EMP. What carries EMP, the larger your conductor is, the more
energy it can absorb, yeah.
Right, so, but if everything, and I don't work there, but I'm pretty sure we don't know how to transmit electricity through fiber optics, but we can do data and super fast.
Oh, yeah.
And I wonder, come on, Elon, fucking why don't you spend some money on something that matters, you fuck.
Jay Creature says Mike's smoting Fetty. Nope, sorry. No, just a nicotine vape, man. I gotta keep the bail money.
These are dipped in pure fentanyl. That's why I buy them. It's like, damn, this smokes a lot.
Anne-Marie says, don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Greatly appreciated. Ghost Lincoln says, nope, fiber optic would get wrecked. Rum Runner.
And you know what I'm going to do?
Thank you, my friend.
Because he said that, I'm just going to go ahead and believe it.
Yeah, pin it. Well, I know that they do
His source made it up. Fucking can't argue with that one.
They do make...
Can you support your position? I'll support your mom's position.
So you get USB cables, right? They're not all made the same. Some transfer power very well. Others do communications very well. Some are to plug into your computer to upload stuff and don't charge your device that great. You plug a different cable in, and now your device is charging like it's supposed to. So not all cables are created equally. And fiber optic, I don't believe there's any shielding on each strand. And each strand is like smaller than a human hair. Fiber optic cable?
Fiber optic cable is made of glass, which makes me question how it could be affected by an electrical phenomenon when glass is an insulator. Fiber optic works off sending pulses of light through it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe if you turn on a super bright light like, the artificial sun, you could damage it and melt it. Sure, it's not bulletproof, but what I mean is I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm spitballing here, but I imagine...
Prepping Mantis. I see what you did there.
Well, they already tried USA cables, and now we're at USB, and then...
Now it's USC.
You didn't get it right.
Oh, man.
Primary concerns, too, is... let's keep it real here, and randos...
Sarosa says, are there fiber optics for electricity when they run them underwater? I don't know. Now,
underwater cables would be uniquely shielded from again, electromagnetic or because of simply the density of water above them.
Yes.
But it boils down to what they're connected to. And once something's connected to something else is where the flow through can occur.
So Jay Creature just asked about the
That's
new
why this shit don't work.
offerings.
This motherfucker's sitting in my studio with 86 tabs open.
The,
Fucking internet's a little slow. Yeah, I bet. How much doomsday shit you got?
The problem is I have fiber optic and my internet's not affected by my 86 tabs I have open.
I don't see no fiber optic affected your phone in the Wi-Fi
the
right now.
Wi-Fi that comes through my house is run by the fiber, and it's stupid fast, and I don't.
The Wi-Fi in my house doesn't have to deal with 76 tabs open.
So Peak Refuel has just launched a whole new line of products called NutriStore, right? So it's the same ingredients that are in the Peak Refuel meals, but taken out and done individually. So the broccoli that's in the chicken and broccoli, right? Ooh. You can buy that in a number 10 can, 25-year shelf life. Fantastic. Their ground beef, their ground chicken, their cheddar cheese.
Oh, you can build your
their
own.
Squash,
It's like
their
Build-A-Bear.
strawberries, their breakfast skillet you can get in a number 10 can, Livingston, man.
I see a lot of sold outs there.
This stuff is awesome. I am a wholesaler for Peak Refuel, and I can also get access to anything at the NutriStore. It is not listed on the website, but if you're bored and you're looking for something to do, feel free to check out HudsonValleyPreppingAndSurvival.com. It is... It matches my brain, Juby Joe. 86 tabs open.
He has no idea where the music is coming from.
No. I don't know which one's open, but it's coming from somewhere. Peak Refuel by itself is amazing. Its drawback is its shelf life is about 5 years. Because honestly, they're packaged for hiking and backpacking and camping and stuff like that. 2 servings in a package. So it's about $7 a serving, Livingston, man. A little bit more, maybe $7.50 a serving for a Peak Refuel meal.
Now, Yardbird's got that typical question.
How do they know it lasts 25 years?
Company's 5 years old and they're claiming 25 years. No testing. This is like vaccines all over again.
Well, it's what it is vacuum sealed and freeze dried. So Peak Refuel's initial claim to fame was it took a lot less water to rehydrate these things.
What's Eric talking about? What's his question?
Oh, Eric's been posing questions to everybody all night.
Should he do another? Which one?
Yeah, he's been doing movie trivia in the chat all night long.
I'm looking for his latest question. Where is it? You remind me of the Baba. What babe? The baby with the power. Is it the Labyrinth?
Uh-oh. Livingston man's getting in on it.
Is it the Labyrinth? Yeah, okay, I said it. I said it before I read it. You saw it. I said it before
Prepping
I read
Artist,
it.
thank you so much for being a member for 8 months now. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Stay safe.
I got it. You know why? Because we've got these cool moon crystals. Usually I carry this around in my
got the moon
ass.
rocks.
But
He took it out for tonight.
for Wednesday, it comes out. I clean it.
Betty Lou says, got a dude that wants my property to run fiber optic underground to a tower. How's that work?
Tell them to go pound salt.
They'll dig a trench and run the fiber optic cables in the ground between probably, I'm assuming, the roadway and the tower. Yeah, they're trying to get data to the tower a little faster.
What movie is this?
Jay Creature says,
what are you guys doing?
I thought the 5-year was a myth because they wanted to get away from survival food and more adventure food. I think it's all the same stuff. Jay Creature, Peak Refuel, their claim to fame is less water to rehydrate, which told me that maybe these things were dehydrated maybe like 80%. Freeze-dried to like 80%, right? They removed 80% of the water in them and vastly extended the shelf life to 5 years on these things. Because if you think about it, you're only putting in like 6 to 8 ounces of water in a 2-serving package, right? So that's not a lot. When I reconstitute other freeze-dried stuff, it takes a lot more water to get that stuff reconstituted. You're talking 16 ounces of water to reconstitute some of this stuff.
Sure.
So I
that's
think
why it maybe has a diminished shelf life.
yeah, that
But
was
honestly,
my thought, but that's purely speculation on my part. But all the stuff in the number 10 cans, 25-year shelf life, the same exact ingredients that you would get in the Peak Refuel, freeze-dried by itself, ready to go. I think it's awesome. If you need some, you'll have to email me, Hudson Valley Prepping Survival at gmail.com, and I can put an order in for you and ship it right to your door from me, because I can do that.
see that word right there?
Sorosa?
Yeah. Now you know how you pronounce that? Sorsha.
Sorsha?
Yeah. That
Okay.
person's Irish, or at least claims to be.
Oh, very
Hi,
good.
welcome, Sorsha. That's a chick too.
Submarine cables have multi-layered structure to project the fiber optic cables and other components from the harsh underwater environment.
I know an AI response
The
when I see
core
one.
of the cable houses the fiber optic strands that separate copper conductor for carrying the electric power. Fantastic. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, submarine cables are wild. It's all in one. It's got like
Everything in
many,
it.
many, many
Wow.
different conductors all going the same way. Otherwise, you'd have to have all these different wires. You need this one, that one, the other one, just one big old thing. And the new thing is they got these ships that troll, and like they're made to cut them and mess with them. It's like a new allegation they bring it against the Russians that they got
Interesting.
submarine
Yeah,
cable
yeah.
cutters.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they do it
And,
by
somebody
dragging anchor, right?
And
They'll drop anchor and drag the anchor over it.
so untalked about, so just put out in the back burner. They were like, yo, this happened, but actually, it's not even a big deal. But somebody blew up a freaking undersea natural gas pipeline, and they were like, yeah, I don't know. who did
Yeah.
that. But yeah. So, they
I
can
can
do
legally
stuff.
go to sleep at 8:20. That's awesome, Jake.
He can do whatever
Creature.
he wants, man.
He's a grown man. He's a grown man.
I would go to sleep at 8:20.
Sirsha says means freedom in Gaelic. Awesome. Awesome. And if you guys don't know, after this live stream ends at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, you can catch the Rural Report over on Rural 2 IC for his workshop Wednesdays. That's right. Oh, look at that. He's got the power. Bam. He just points his finger and the camera works. That's awesome. That is awesome. But guys, yeah, definitely go over and check out the Rural Report tonight for Workshop Wednesday. They said, no, I just Googled the answer. Relax. Oh, he gets hopped up.
Takes one to know one.
When he sees a computer-based response, it triggers his algorithm.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Whoa.
Good thing. I don't remember asking you a goddamn.
Rural 2 IC says that's how a droid talks to technology. Well, I hope you heard
I
that.
am technology.
That was the voice in the back of Livingston Man's head talking back. Pulpit fiction.
Now remember,
Oh, man.
I would be. You got me. I would be one of the best operators, bro. I'd be making so much money. I'd just keep on the phone. I'd just be talking in circles, bro. You already see it. I got y'all here. Somebody hit that money button.
Talking
Fuck
in
y'all.
circles. Talking in circles.
Just keep them concurrent. Look, we got 68 likes and 68 views. 1 for 1, Michael. You see the ratio?
Wow.
Hell
Wow.
yeah.
That's incredible. It says concurrent viewers in the bottom at 58, though. I don't
But it says right at the top right
I
there.
don't understand
Look at there's two.
any of the YouTube numbers anymore. I am convinced that they are all fake. I got a
just making
private
up.
message today from Casey Little Owl trying to comment on my posts and my videos on YouTube, and it will not allow it. Will not allow a comment, will not allow it to be liked, will not allow. No, you interact. You cannot do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wouldn't I know? You ever heard of this little guy called Detective Malone? Banned off this. I can't even comment. I come in here, I try to comment, it just doesn't do anything.
Galdrell says she gets the notification the next day. Love it.
I get them the next
Love
day too. Yeah, like around lunchtime. It's literally like Hudson Valley Prepping Survival uploaded a video, and it's like, no, we were live, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was there for it.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you weren't.
Ay, ay, ay.
Primary concerns, bro. Amongst the other more practical ones is
War.
well, no, like
War.
get your affairs in order, bro. You gotta put
yeah.
you gotta put the food on the table. You gotta go chase a bag, bro. You gotta stack that paper. Get this bread, right? Like we're a bunch of flock of ducks, quack, and get this bread, bro.
You better get that bread.
And then what you gotta do is spend that bread on stuff that's actually real, because that paper is useless. Like there's
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
nobody is coming.
Eric.
They will come and
Thank you, my
repossess
friend.
that Mercedes, but they are not coming to repossess your mountain house. They are not coming to repossess that eye and teeth surgery that you had done and financed.
True story.
Max out that plastic, you guys. It's fake. It's AI money.
Well, you know what? I'm going to put it up to the chat. I'll tell you what I think after the fact. But do you think there will come a time where the average prepper who's paying attention, right? The average person who's reading the writing on the wall, that can read the tea leaves, Livingston, man. They're looking into the glass and they say, "Oh, it's coming. It's time to max out the plastic." Do you guys think that there will come a time where you should max out the plastic and hit send on those 3 pallets of freeze-dried food and hope that the Amazon truck shows up at your house before the shit hit the fan? Do you think that time will actually come? Give me a 1 in the chat if you think that there will come a day when you should max the plastic and say, screw the consequences. It's too heavy leaning. If I'm wrong, we're all going to die without this. Or should I just hit send and, buy $12,000 worth of freeze-dried food?
We're like unequivocal in the chat.
Kane
here.
Corso's
No.
almost there. Yardbird says, yeah, Y2K.
For me, I feel like I stand like more or less alone on this. Is that I don't owe anybody money.
On the verge.
So, okay.
I'm feeling you.
I lied. I owe like $189 to the electric company this month. But other than that, everything I own is mine. No one is coming for it. No one is doing anything. I simply went and I worked. I cashed my paycheck. If I could afford it after the bills and the life expenses, I bought it.
Right.
It frightens me to no end to like imagine owning 10 acres and a farm and a house, but I don't actually own it. I'm rent-a-centering my house from some godless corporation bank who can simply sell my debt to someone else, and it never ends. It's not a dead end. It's a cul-de-sac for common folk. You're meant. Go ahead, read the terms and service of your credit card. They expect you to pay the balance up front, on time, by the rules. And then when you do just what they require of you via this contract, it lowers your credit score. Because what they want is someone who's fucking perpetually in debt that owes everybody money but pisses into the pot once in a while. Not somebody who plays the game the way they thought they were supposed to, where, I borrowed money from you, I'm going to pay it back. No, that's the wrong way to do it in this system. It's fucking completely ridiculous when you think about it. And personally, I know...
System is broken for sure.
I can hear it now. Oh, you need those emergencies and whatever else. But no. It's fucking broken. We're sitting here hurtling on this rock in space, moving through the fucking universe, around black holes and Milky Ways and everything, talking about credit scores.
Yep. True story.
And they said to me, hey, you pay your bills on time every month. You don't owe nobody nothing. Fuck you. You can't have a credit card.
What
sense does that make it
somebody's
make
getting
sense?
audited this year. Just saying. Well, no, I get what you're saying, but the way they work it is they want you to carry like a 30%, no more than 30. They want you to use no more than 30% of your available credit, right? And that's going to put you in good standing. As long as you're hovering about that 30% of your available credit, you are king dingaling in the credit world, right? You just
Make it
keep
make
making,
sense.
all they want to see is pays as agrees, payments on time, and you're within that 30%, and you are Magic Man in
And also,
El Diablo.
what you end up doing is anyone who's ever been rent-a-centered in their life is, oh, cool. So you need a washing machine? We'll help you. This way here, you can pay for it 3 times. And
Yeah.
by the time you're done paying it off, not only are we going to lower your credit score, but you need a new one.
Well, you can either finance it and pay for it 3 times, or just give us the $1,275 for this washing machine right now, Livingston Man. Do you happen to have $1,275 on you for the washing machine, or would you like to swipe the card? That's where they get you.
That's not where they get you. That's where you get yourself.
Yeah, you can totally go bang your clothes on a rock at the stream.
Or God forbid, you go put $5 in the laundromat. But
Well, true story.
I asked in all seriousness once, like just in exasperation, I was like, what's the point of the credit system? And my buddy answered in all honesty, so you can have things you can't afford.
Yep.
And then what I said in all honesty, well, then that's, I guess, the fucking problem.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's true. It's true. It's definitely a problem. Definitely a problem.
People are financing the crazier and crazier stuff. Not only have maybe you seen
yeah.
news articles about folks who are financing their trip to Coachella. These kids, I call them kids because I'm, like mad old. They're going to be paying for this concert for 4 years. But it gets better. DoorDash will allow you to finance a Big Mac. Now, exactly where I was going to go. You can now finance the shit food that some local meth head's going to drive to your house, and you're going to pray he didn't dip into your fries on the way.
Oh, he's totally eating the whole way there.
They are allowing the convenience generation, I call it. The ones
yeah.
that never had to count cash.
They
in their
just
life.
opened the debt trap for him and said, come on in, college loans, and you can just finance that Big Mac. Don't worry about that pizza. Your parents will help you pay for it.
Listen, in 10 years, some president is going to be offering DoorDash debt forgiveness.
Did you
Well, like
buy DoorDash while you were in college? You may be
Taco
entitled
Bell
to
is like enslaving
financial
people to pay
compensation.
their debt. Like, can you imagine? Listen, if I can't afford a taco, I have bigger problems than I need to now finance this taco.
True.
And if I can't afford a taco, why am I given a credit line
To get a
buy
taco?
one?
That's right. That's right. Because you're hungry, bro, and we feel for you. We want you to have a $5 taco.
Do you understand how much money doesn't matter? Because people who don't even have any money and no means to pay it back are given the means to spend money that they can't. That it's known for a fact they cannot reimburse to the lender, and you are out here going to work every day, you go ahead, strap your clown shoes on every day and go earn your living like I do. And then come to find out, actually, you could just you could max out that credit on DoorDash and BS, and it don't matter.
Southern Tier Prepper says, because what else am I going to eat with margaritas? That's right. That's right. Got to have them. Thank y'all for joining us tonight.
The entire system is
I
whack.
really, really appreciate you being here. Tonight's live stream was a little tough for me, and I want to dedicate tonight's live stream to my late father, Michael Kalb, who passed away this morning. He was a firefighter in the Air Force Crash Fire Rescue, Stewart Airport, for many, many years, and he will be dearly missed. I love you, Pop. I miss you. And thank y'all for joining us tonight. We All Gonna Die Wednesday. I appreciate you being here, and thanks for listening, everybody. Stay safe. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, out of here.